A University of Montana student who says she was harassed by a professor just made her way back from the White House from an executive order signing. Connor McCauley joins us now in the studio with this story. Connor?
Thanks, Dennis. Taylor Powell says she understands that not everyone is going to agree with her political values and welcomes the opportunity to discuss differing opinions. But when a UN professor organizes students to what Powell called weaponize them, she draws the line between free speech and harmful rhetoric.
Tabling is a pretty normal occurrence at the University of Montana Student Center. It involves students informing the general public of a cause or organization they are in support of. For Taylor Powell, a disagreement with a UN professor made her tabling experience for Turning Point USA a little out of the ordinary.
She then came back the following week and asked me how I liked her students that she had sent to my table. I had to start thinking back to who these students were because I didn't think of it at the time, and they all had similar loaded questions, and I had no problem with students coming up to me with whether they are pre-rehearsed questions, but it was just the act of a professor weaponizing her students to then push her own agenda. That's where I really saw the biggest discrepancy with the whole situation.
The story made its way back to the White House, which earned Powell an invite to an executive order signing that is meant to protect free speech rights on campuses around America.
So at first I thought it was a joke. I mean, the White House doesn't just email people, you know, just casually.
On her first trip to D.C., Powell even got to see the document that got her to the nation's capital.
Looking at the Bill of Rights and seeing the First Amendment and thinking, this is why I'm here. I was invited here because of this, and it just, I was frozen in that moment, just staring at the First Amendment. It was so cool.
Now, Powell goes back to class hoping the UM is conscious about protecting all of its students' First Amendment rights.
Universities do need to hold themselves accountable and have the students as well be holding the whole entire university accountable. And so I'm really hoping it strikes more with students that this is our university, the First Amendment applies to me, free speech applies to me.
Students from a number of universities were on hand to talk about their censored experiences while on college campuses. Powell says that there was a special bond between all of the students and hopes to stay in touch with them.